I first just wanted to ask you about foundational nutrition for kids because I recognize that it's super important during the developmental years that children are getting a certain amount of nutrition that's valuable, and they oftentimes don't know how to regulate the things that are best for them, or they don't have the cravings for the things that are best for them. But things like your bone structure and your brain development are really key in your developmental years, and then you have the whole rest of your life to continue with what you built during those years to support your overall health. So I was wondering how much that went into the concept for Kids Good Stuff, and what was the idea behind the formulation.
Yeah, really good question because it really encapsulates why the product was put together. You've hit on a couple of really important topics there. Bone health. A lot of our bone mineralization is done when we're young, and the peak bone mineral density that we manage to accumulate in our life, a lot of that is set down when we're young. And so you could sort of say that although we can improve bone health later in life, we really set ourselves in the best position when we're doing that earlier. Similarly, for brain health, we're very neuroplastic, and there's a lot of neurogenesis, or the creation of nerve and brain tissue when we're young. And so we want to support all of those various aspects of health. And possibly even more than that, we want to sort of set the scene for having good behaviors, good patterns of nutrition through our life as well. And a big part of that is not just the foods we're eating and becoming habituated to eating maybe more natural and unrefined foods versus the very highly processed foods, or the more sort of highly processed, convenience foods that we might eat, but also having nutrient sufficiency. And the nutrient sufficiency topic is a really big one right now, because it's probably only just getting the attention it deserves now, and particularly because of recent events around the world. Because especially with children, people have often sort of neglected children's nutrition because they figure, well, they're kids, they'll just burn off any excess energy, burn off any excess calories. But that doesn't necessarily take into account some of those things I've mentioned, like getting enough of the micronutrients, the essential vitamins and minerals. Yeah. It doesn't recognize the importance of building a great foundation of tissue and really great structures for the body when we're young. And it doesn't recognize having kids habituated to eating the best foods that they can, which then carries on through life. It's very hard to break behavioral patterns around food. And if we do that when we're really young, when we develop, a lot of our behavioral tendencies, right, then whatever we're doing when we're young translates through life. So it's important for all those reasons, not just physiology or the physical body, but also behaviorally, and because of our psychosocial status.